If there's one thing that people look forward to each and every year on this channel, seems like it's almost a God-given right. Every January, Royal Rumble comes around, people are anticipating me to just sit here seething with anger because of what we see in the Royal Rumble. Because, we're all very critical of the Royal Rumble. We expect a lot out of the Royal Rumble. This is the foundation that is the road to WrestleMania. The Royal Rumble builds the way and paves the way. It's the yellow brick road to WrestleMania, right? We all sit here and anticipate it being great. And we're hoping WWE has some great plans and some big surprises and full-on excitement. But normally when January rolls around and Royal Rumble review is ready to get uploaded on this channel, a lot of bitching, moaning, complaining, critiquing, and just downright anger just comes out of these videos. Now, you might think I'm crazy here, but I'm trying to at least look at things in a different perspective this year. Instead of just diving in headfirst into the pool of anger that I was normally doing, I'm trying to look at things with a broader perspective. Some of you might turn ghastly white or ghostly white with this next comment, but I honestly think the Royal Rumble this year, the match itself, I'm not talking about the overall pay-per-view. The overall pay-per-view I'll get to in a second because WWE really fucked up. The Royal Rumble match itself was probably the best Rumble match in the last 5 years. Easy. I thought they did an admirable job. I thought some things didn't make sense, but the overall grand scheme of things, I look back at it and I'm looking at my notes right now that I took for the Royal Rumble and I'm trying to just re-envision what happened. I really enjoyed the surprises that they put in there. I enjoyed the placement of a lot of the superstars in this Rumble, though it got kind of bleach-inducing towards the end. But I enjoyed the overall construction of the Royal Rumble, and it's very difficult for me to say that in years past because WWE pretty much had tunnel vision. This year, it looked like they used certain people in the right spots to get the right guys over. Roman Reigns and John Cena. We all knew going into this Royal Rumble that they were going to be the odds-on favorite. WWE uploaded several Rumble clips with John Cena winning from 2008 and 2013. It's 2018. It looked like John Cena was heading for a third Rumble win. Every 5 years, John Cena wins the Royal Rumble. They even uploaded his match with AJ Styles last year and him winning the WWE Championship. All signs pointed to John Cena winning the Royal Rumble. We don't need to talk about Roman Reigns because WWE does it for Roman. But I really like the way WWE constructed the end of the Royal Rumble match this year. You had the old school Roman Reigns is not really old school, but you might as well consider him the big dog. Really, he's the number one guy in the WWE. You had the number one guy to me is still John Cena until he retires. He's number one, but you had the former number one and then the new number one against Nakamura and Finn Balor. You had the guys who were indie darlings who made a name for themselves in a non-WWE traditional way, and then you had WWE's corporate fucking product staring right in front of you in John Cena and Roman Reigns. I liked that they used these four guys at the end and in the conclusion of the Royal Rumble. It takes WWE some balls. It really does, and WWE more times than not trolls the fans and they do what they want to do, and I feel like they kind of fuck the fans over and they feel like they can do that because you're going to end up watching anyway. So if they wanted Roman Reigns to win this thing, they could have easily booked him to win it. But somewhere in that company tonight, in someone's brain, they made the right decision. And they actually used Roman Reigns in the best way possible. They used John Cena in the best way possible. They used Nakamura in a way in which he needed to be used. And they gave Finn Balor a career-defining moment so far in his young WWE career. You know, I want to look at it, and I want to try and find bad in it, just because we knew that WWE was going to use Roman Reigns and dangle that carrot out there. Oh my God, he's going to win it. I was hoping Philadelphia had their torches ready to burn the fucking Wells Fargo Arena down. But I got to give it to WWE on this night, man. They used those 4 guys in the best way possible, and they gave you the best possible outcome. It was great. It was great. Balor lasted over 50 minutes. He needed that. He needed that for sure. He got eliminated. Then it was down to WWE's corporate machine, John Cena and Roman Reigns, against the indie darling and Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura ends up eliminating John Cena. And WWE, you know, in a smart mark town like Philadelphia, had to give you Roman Reigns there at the end, and then the overwhelming underdog crowd favorite from the underground in Shinsuke Nakamura. There was only one thing that WWE could have done on this night, and Nakamura was always the real winner. But I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to give you a different perspective, and I'm not going to hate on it. I would have hated on it if Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble. I would have deemed this entire fucking 4.5 hours a complete failure. But the fact that WWE used Roman Reigns to get Nakamura over, man, I gotta give them credit. They used Roman Reigns in the best way possible to catapult Nakamura in a situation in which he needed this in the most dire way. And they're giving us a legit wrestling main event at their biggest show of the year for the biggest prize in the entire world in the wrestling industry. You can't complain about that. You can't complain about that. The only thing that I would have complained about, the only thing that I am going to complain about that Royal Rumble and the way it concluded. I don't like that WWE gave away, even though we kind of knew where he was going with it, because it only makes sense for him to challenge AJ Styles. I would have prolonged it just a little bit and built some intrigue. Why don't you have Shinsuke Nakamura show up on Monday Night Raw, and when Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar are in the ring, he comes down or makes his way down the entrance ramp and he says some words to Brock Lesnar or sends some words to Paul Heyman, or maybe you find Nakamura sitting on Monday Night Raw front row during a Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar promo, just him scouting, him kind of feeling out Brock Lesnar. Does he really want to challenge Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship? Play it up a little bit. Tease us a little bit. Instead of just giving Nakamura the Royal Rumble victory and then all of a sudden just have him come out and say, I'm challenging AJ Styles for the WWE Championship, even though that's what we all want. We would have gotten that same decision anyway, but you could have had a little fun with it, have him show up on Monday Night Raw, being that they gave you the situation of, you know, the winner of the Royal Rumble can challenge for any championship that he wants, whether it's the Universal Championship or the WWE Championship. That's the only thing I would have changed there. So WWE kind of dropped the ball on that in my eyes. Minor detail, but this is what I do. This is what I do. WWE could have certainly had fun with that, but the right man won the Royal Rumble. Shinsuke Nakamura was always my choice. I was afraid as we got down to number 24, number 25, and then Roman Reigns coming out, I believe it was number 27. I mean, we started to get worried. You know, we started to get those cold sweats that we get in the middle of the night when we have a nightmare. And then John Cena was still in the Rumble, and Roman Reigns was there, and you know, everybody thought it was going to come down to John Cena and Roman Reigns. God forbid. WWE did the right thing, and I'm not really going to sit here and complain about it. They used everybody in that Final Four to the best of their ability, and I like the dynamic between the upstarts, the guys who made a name for themselves in the indies, you know, away from WWE, who made a name for themselves without WWE, against the guys who made themselves a name in the WWE and who are the face of the WWE. I like that dynamic. There was something really, really special about that, and I got to give WWE props, man. It was a good job. The things I did not like about the Royal Rumble, and let me look over my notes here. because I got it all written down here. Let me go to the men's Rumble. We'll talk about the women's Rumble in a second. Rusev coming out at number 1. The guy is incredibly over. I think Rusev lasted about 30-plus minutes. Good for him. I'm glad that he lasted as long as he did. Finn Balor actually came out at number 2. I actually had Elias coming out at number 2 or number 1, being that, he's got the whole guitar shtick, and it gives him a way to kind of sing his tune and sing about the Royal Rumble. But they went with Finn Balor and Rusev. Not a bad combination for number 1 and 2 this year, and both guys lasted pretty damn long. Rusev is incredibly over. Yes, it is a little bit more over than usual in a smart mark town in Philadelphia, but Rusev is incredibly over, and I hope WWE has real long-term plans for Rusev, because if he continues to be this over, WWE is going to be forced to push this guy into title contention somewhere, whether it's with Aiden English and the tag team titles against the Usos, or Rusev wins Money in the Bank this year and is a future WWE champion. Imagine how well that would go over if he's still this white hot. Hopefully WWE has some long-term plans for him. Rhino came in at number 3. Baron Corbin, he came in at number 4. House on Fire, and he was eliminated just as quick. Baron Corbin's got a lot of talk, and they build up Baron Corbin saying that he's the lone wolf in the Royal Rumble. This is his moment. And then he gets eliminated in less than 5 minutes. Probably even less than that. 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I don't understand that. Heath Slater comes down. He's number 5. Elias comes in at number 6. And Heath Slater, he kind of played the fool here. He's being beaten up by everybody. He was tossed to the outside. He was being beaten down by Baron Corbin, who made his way down to ringside. Baron Corbin got eliminated. Let me go over the eliminations here. We had Corbin eliminated by Rhino. So Corbin was eliminated by Rhino. Corbin went on an all-out assault on everybody. End of days to everybody on the outside. He was beating up Heath Slater on the outside. He was beating up on Rusev on the outside. So Corbin threw a hissy fit because he got eliminated just like that. No, Corbin eliminated Rhino, and then Balor eliminated Corbin. I'm sorry. I misread my notes. I apologize. I'm a goon. Corbin then attacked Rusev and Balor at ringside. He threw Balor into the barricade. He attacked Slater on the outside. He has made his way down to the ring. We had Elias come in at number 6. Andrade Cien Almas come in at number 7. Andrade Cien Almas, the NXT champion, made his way into the Royal Rumble after an unbelievable match with Johnny Gargano that will probably go down as the greatest NXT match of all time. He came in at number 7, and I was happy to see him. I actually marked out just a little bit because I didn't expect him to be in there. I expected somebody else, maybe a Lars Sullivan. I didn't expect the NXT champion to be in the Royal Rumble. Bray Wyatt came in at number 8. We'll go through the order of entry first, and then we'll go through the eliminations. I think it's a little bit easier for me. Bray Wyatt came in at number 8. Big E came in at number 9. Ty Dillinger. This is another thing that WWE really kind of fucked up on here. Ty Dillinger came in at number 10 last year. What are the odds of him picking number 10 again this year? It's kind of stupid. It's kind of silly. He didn't even make his way into the Royal Rumble. Poor Ty Dillinger comes in, got a spot in the Royal Rumble at number 10, and then he is not even in the match. He don't even get TV time on a weekly basis. He's in the Royal Rumble, and he can't even get into the Royal Rumble. Sami Zayn inserted himself in the Royal Rumble, and we'll go over that with the WWE Championship match. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lost due to a technicality, another referee fuck-up. So Sami Zayn inserted himself in the Royal Rumble and took his frustrations out on losing on Ty Dillinger, and he took Ty Dillinger's number 10 spot. Sheamus came in at number 11. Xavier Woods, Apollo Crews, number 12 and 13. Shinsuke Nakamura came in at number 14. I thought we'd see him a little bit later, but Nakamura ended up lasting over 40 minutes in the Royal Rumble. Cesaro came in at number 15. Kofi Kingston came in at number 16. Jinder Mahal came in at number 17. Seth Rollins came in at number 18. Woken Matt Hardy came in at number 19. John Cena came in at number 20. Hurricane Shane Helms. It would have been nice to see an interaction between Matt Hardy and Shane Helms in the Royal Rumble. WWE didn't really think that far ahead, but he was in there. Aiden English was number 22. Adam Cole, number 23. He was the other NXT guy in the Royal Rumble. Randy Orton was number 24. Titus O'Neil came in at number 25. The Miz, number 26. Rey Mysterio came in at number 27, and Jesus Christ, does Rey look fucking fantastic, man. I'm hoping this leads to a Rey Mysterio full-fledged return on SmackDown Live. I really do. If I seen Rey look that good, I'm Vince McMahon. I'm giving this guy a fucking contract. No question. He looked phenomenal tonight. Roman Reigns came in at number 28. Goldust came in at number 29. And Dolph Ziggler at number 30. Boy, did they fuck up with Dolph Ziggler, man. Jesus fucking Christ. If Dolph Ziggler needed any more of a reason to leave the WWE, they just killed his entire storyline in one fucking night. Corbin eliminated Rhino. Balor eliminated Corbin. Corbin went on a huge attack on everybody due to frustration. He attacked Rusev and Balor at ringside. He attacked Slater as Slater made his way down to the ring. Dillinger was attacked backstage by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, so he never even made it into the match. Poor Ty Dillinger. I think Ty Dillinger should join Dolph Ziggler on the unemployment line. Just leave. Slater was laying outside until Sheamus came out. Sheamus tossed Slater back in the ring. He's like, this guy is just laying on the outside. Let me just throw him back in the ring and eliminate him. He did that, but Slater immediately eliminated Sheamus. Sheamus might have broken a record tonight. I don't know, but Sheamus was eliminated in less than 2 seconds. He was gone. And once I seen that, my light bulb went off, and I'm like, well, if Sheamus was eliminated that quickly, that means that they're probably winning the tag team championships later on the night, he and Cesaro. Bray Wyatt came in. He eliminated Heath Slater. Nakamura came in. Nice little interaction with Zayn. After their phenomenal match at NXT TakeOver Dallas, he eliminated Sami Zayn. Cesaro eliminated Apollo Crews. Jinder Mahal tried to eliminate all of the New Day. He took his frustrations out on Xavier Woods and Big E by eliminating both of them. Rollins eliminated Cesaro. So, again, Sheamus was eliminated, and then Cesaro was eliminated. Even furthered my thought on the Bar winning the tag team championships later on in the evening. Mahal almost eliminated Kofi Kingston, but one of Kingston's legs landed on Xavier Woods. You know how Kofi Kingston has these different ways to stay alive in the Royal Rumble and come up with some weird way of staying alive and not being eliminated, ultimately to only be eliminated? Mahal eliminated Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods is laying on the outside. Mahal throws Kofi Kingston over the top, and Xavier Woods stopped Kofi's right leg from hitting the ground. His left leg hit the ground, but his right leg landed on Xavier Woods' chest. So you got Kofi Kingston hopping around on one leg. Big E comes over, grabs a tray of pancakes, and puts the pancakes under Kofi Kingston's right foot. So now Kofi has 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot in a platter of pancakes. So I'm guessing this saved him from elimination. Pancakes saved Kofi Kingston from being eliminated in the Royal Rumble. I don't understand that. I'm like, come on, man. You know, this was one of the less creative ideas that WWE did for Kofi Kingston this year. Anyway, you had Big E and Xavier Woods propel Kofi Kingston over the top rope from the ground, which looked very impressive. That was actually more impressive than him jumping around on a fucking platter of pancakes. He jumped over Mahal back into the ring. And then Kingston eliminated Jinder Mahal. So goodbye, Jinder Mahal. Almas eliminated Kofi Kingston, which was funny. Almas eliminated Kofi Kingston. Good on him. Hardy and Wyatt eliminated Rusev. So Hardy and Wyatt actually joined together for a little bit, and they were actually working as a tag team in this match. Ultimately, they eliminated themselves, which looked absolutely fucking pathetic. I laughed. It looked so pathetic. Hardy and Wyatt started to do damage, and it actually looked pretty intriguing by them working together. And then they ended up eliminating each other, you know? Hardy was talking to Wyatt in the middle of the match, saying that they should delete everybody. They start just fighting off the other guys, and then they turn back to one another, and they start brawling, and then they go over the top rope. Same way that Luger and Bret Hart went over the top rope in 1994, but this was just completely garbage. Cena eliminated Elias. So Cena comes in, and the first thing he does is eliminate Elias. This actually fucking angered me. Cena comes in, and the first thing he does is eliminate Elias. I thought Elias was going to be A, the Iron Man. I think B, Elias deserved a little bit better than that. And C, somewhere in the far-off distance, Samoa Joe is fucking counting his blessings. He's on his hands and knees praying that he missed this Royal Rumble, because we all know Elias took the spot of Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe came out on Monday Night Raw and guaranteed that his first elimination was going to be John Cena. What happened? He got hurt in a match with Rhino. Elias took his place. Elias threatened to eliminate John Cena and just ruin his WrestleMania dreams. John Cena eliminates Elias just like that. Elias walked out of the Royal Rumble. Never mind walking with Elias. John Cena walked all over Elias in the Royal Rumble, man. Garbage. Absolutely garbage. Hurricane Helms came down. They had a nice little interaction. It was funny. It was humorous. The crowd ate it up. Hurricane Helms did his little pose. Went for a chokeslam on John Cena because he has superpowers. John Cena lifted him up over the top in the AA. Dumped him over the top. And there goes Hurricane Helms. Gone. I would have loved to see Hurricane Helms and Woken, whatever, Matt Hardy in the Royal Rumble. That would have been a nice little interaction, being that they are very good friends. English eliminated by Balor. Orton eliminated Almas. I was hoping Almas was going to get eliminated by someone actually worthy of eliminating him, because he is the NXT champion. Glad it was someone like Randy Orton. Almas lasted over 20 minutes. Good showing for Almas. Dude impressed everybody this weekend. No question in my mind that this guy is destined for fucking superstardom on the main roster with Zelina Vega. Guy is absolutely one of the best things in the WWE right now, and he proved himself to be a legit fucking superstar this weekend with that match, and then a nice showing in the Royal Rumble, man. Certainly deserves it, Andrade Cien Almas. Rey Mysterio eliminated Adam Cole. So I'm glad Adam Cole had a nice little showing there. He really didn't do too much. He mixed it up with Randy Orton. He mixed it up with Titus O'Neil, ultimately getting eliminated by Rey Mysterio. Adam Cole, though, he had his entire rib cage taped after that brutal Extreme Rules match with Aleister Black. I would have loved to see Aleister Black in the Royal Rumble. I thought that would have went over huge. I know Solid Monster was hoping for an Aleister Black Royal Rumble victory. That would have been nice. That would have been really nice. But WWE went with Almas and Adam Cole for the Royal Rumble. I thought Pete Dunne was going to be there. Pete Dunne was in Philadelphia. He canceled dates to be there Royal Rumble weekend. I was pretty disappointed we didn't see Pete Dunne in the Royal Rumble. I think that would have went over big in Philadelphia. Adam Cole was eliminated by Rey Mysterio. Reigns eliminated O'Neil. He went on a few eliminations here. Reigns eliminated Titus O'Neil. Reigns eliminated The Miz. And he and Rollins actually assisted there. Threw The Miz over the top rope with a powerbomb. And then Reigns turns his back on Seth Rollins and eliminates Seth Rollins. Throws him over the top. Rollins really didn't seem to be too surprised. The big dog, every man for himself. He shouldn't be surprised. The Royal Rumble. Ziggler was eliminated by Goldust. Why would you have Dolph Ziggler come out at number 30? Why would you even have Dolph Ziggler in the Royal Rumble if he wasn't going to have a major showing? How are you going to have Dolph Ziggler relinquish the United States Championship and say, you want to see what I can do? I don't need this. Bigger and better things for Dolph Ziggler. The only thing bigger and better for Dolph Ziggler would be a Royal Rumble victory and the WWE Championship. How are you going to have him come out at number 30 and not even do anything? He lasted a minute. Why would you waste Dolph Ziggler in that spot? You killed his entire storyline. Now what is he going to do? What bigger and better things is Dolph Ziggler going to do now? He ain't going for the WWE title. Fucking stupid. This is where WWE, they book a decent Royal Rumble. Not perfect. But this didn't make any sense. I wouldn't even have Dolph Ziggler in the Royal Rumble if that was what you were going to do with him. Garbage. Ziggler was eliminated by Goldust. Balor eliminated Ziggler. Ziggler eliminated Goldust and Balor eliminated Ziggler. I'm sorry. I got my notes all fucked up. Reigns eliminated Orton. Balor eliminated Mysterio. That's a nice match. I'd like to see that match. Hopefully we do. Hopefully Mysterio is back full-time with the WWE. So Reigns eliminated Orton. Pretty decent, you know? It was pretty much payback for last year, You know, Orton eliminated Reigns in the end of the Royal Rumble. Or was it Wyatt? I think it was Wyatt. One of them. Reigns was there anyway. He was at the end. But Balor eliminated Mysterio. Cena eliminated Balor. It came down to, there was actually a nice little interaction between Reigns, Orton, Cena, and then we had Balor, Nakamura, and who else was there? I don't remember who else was there. I don't know. There was 6 guys. Mysterio, I don't know who the fuck. Who was there? I don't know. It was Orton. It was Mysterio. It was Balor, Cena, Nakamura, and Reigns. That's who it was. Nice little stare down between those 6 guys at the end. And the final 4 came down to be Cena, Reigns, Balor, and Nakamura. Cena eliminated Balor. It came down to Cena and Reigns. And then Nakamura eliminated Cena. And then Nakamura eliminated Roman Reigns to win the Royal Rumble. The right man won. The right guy won this match. I don't want to hear anybody's bitching and moaning. We got the match we wanted. It's going to be match of the fucking year on top of what we've seen with Almas and Gargano. Give those guys 30 minutes plus at WrestleMania. Tear the house down. Have the biggest prize in this industry on the line. You got yourself a 5-star match at WrestleMania because to me, that is what WrestleMania is all about. So that was the men's Royal Rumble. Not bad. Probably the best Rumble match in recent memory. Still not perfect. One of these years, they'll get it right. They'll never recreate 1992, though. Moving on to the women's Royal Rumble. You know, I find it funny how people just can't. They tell me I can't appreciate someone else's opinion or I can't listen to anybody else's opinion. People are just fucking salty. They came at me tonight because before the show started, or like when the show just first started at 7 o'clock, PW Insider, Mike Johnson of PW Insider reported that the Women's Royal Rumble would close the show. So obviously, in typical JD fashion, I gotta say something because A, I don't agree with that. B, I think it's completely ridiculous. And C, who ended up being right in what they tweeted? I did. So next time you want to question me, you all should shut the fuck up. Really. I tweeted out, the Women's Royal Rumble closing the show, I see. Right? That is absolutely fucking ridiculous. I don't give a shit if it's the first time ever. I don't give a shit what you got planned. I don't care. So we're pushing aside the main event of WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. We're pushing that opportunity to the side to crown a winner of a first time ever Royal Rumble for them to fight for the opportunity at a title that is worthless. It's not even worth anything on WWE television. If I was to compare the women's championships on both brand, they would be on the dollar menu of McDonald's. That's how worthless they are. So we're doing a first time ever Royal Rumble. We're putting that in the main event spot and bypassing what we're really here for. The road to WrestleMania. The men's WWE Championship. I got people coming at me. Oh, JD hates women. Oh, you got what you wanted with Nakamura. Can we all stop the bitching and moaning and crying? No, I will not, because who ended up being right? This guy here. I got the microphone, I got the camera, I got the podcast, I got nearly 100,000 subscribers. So shut your fucking mouth, you listen to me, because more times than not, I'm right and you're wrong. What happened? What happened, you might say? WWE fucked up the entire flow of this show. The Women's Royal Rumble should have never closed the show. The Women's Royal Rumble should have opened the show. Because after that Men's Royal Rumble, what happened to this show? You could hear a fucking pin drop in that arena. That crowd was fucking dead for the rest of the show. You had a tag team title match that nobody even fucking realized was even on. And then a triple threat match that was completely fucking terrible. That Universal Championship shouldn't even been on the fucking show. It was better off not being defended on the show. That match made the title look even worse than it does now. The Men's Rumble match in the middle of that show sucked the life out of that show. By putting the women on last, you fucking completely fucked up the entire flow of the show. Don't tell me I'm wrong. Unless you have fucking some hearing problem. Ridiculous. Well, I say something about the women and oh my God, I hate women. I hate women, right? Did you listen to the fucking NXT review where I was praising Shayna Baszler and Ember Moon? No, you might have missed that one though, right? Fucking retards. Get it through your skulls. When I tweet something, thousands read. And more times than not, people will agree with me. This Women's Royal Rumble went exactly how I expected it to go. Sloppy. Didn't give a shit about anybody in this match. The best thing about this Women's Royal Rumble match had nothing to do with the current women on this roster. The best thing about this Women's Royal Rumble match was the interaction with Asuka and Ember Moon. Asuka is, still to me, filled with NXT blood. Ember Moon, your NXT Women's Champion, came out with tape wrapped around her arm from the beating that Shayna Baszler gave her the night before. The interaction and the history with Ember Moon and Asuka made for the best moment of that Royal Rumble. Why? It's because there's two women that I care about. How many women in this Royal Rumble that are actually active competitors do you fucking care about? Zero. I am happy to see that WWE gave Sasha Banks, as always they do, they have her come so close yet so far. Sasha Banks lasted over 50 minutes in the Royal Rumble. What do you get for your effort? What do you get for your efforts? You get nothing. A Titus catering pass for Monday Night Raw tomorrow night. First in line for his fucking key lime pie. Sasha Banks came in at number 1. Becky Lynch came in at number 2. Kind of figured and hoped Becky Lynch was going to be the Iron Woman of this match. She came in at number 2. Sarah Logan was number 3. Mandy Rose at number 4. Lita came in at number 5. Kairi Sane came in at number 6. So we had Kairi Sane coming at number 6. So everybody was hoping for a Kairi Sane and Asuka stare down. Did WWE give us that? Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Kairi Sane was eliminated. She was eliminated early by Dana Brooke. Tamina was number 7. Dana Brooke at number 8. Tori Wilson at number 9. Sonya Deville, number 10. Liv Morgan, number 11. Molly Holly, who looked fantastic, at number 12. Lana at number 13. Michelle McCool, who looked even more fantastic, at number 14. Ruby Riott, number 15. Vicky Guerrero made me almost reach for my remote control and shut the entire pay-per-view off before it even concluded. Number 16. Garbage. Carmella, number 17. Natalya, number 18. Kelly. Dumb bimbo who's got 2 fucking names. 2 first names for her wrestling name. Kelly. She came in at number 19. Naomi, number 20. Jacqueline, number 21. Nia Jax, number 22. Ember Moon, number 23. Beth Phoenix. Nice to see Beth Phoenix. Looks better than ever. 24. Asuka came in at number 25. Mickie James, number 26. Nikki and Brie Bella back-to-back at number 27 and 28. Bayley at number 29. WWE continuing to treat Bayley like a loser. You draw number 29 and you don't win the Royal Rumble. Shame on you. Number 30, Trish Stratus. Number 30. Everybody thought it was going to be Ronda. Crowd started to chant Ronda Rousey. Trish Stratus came in at number 30. Lita looked fantastic. Lita, I don't know why WWE booked this Royal Rumble very poorly. You know, they could have had Lita and Trish interact with one another. Instead, they gave us Mickey and Trish. Who gives a shit about that? I'd rather see Lita and Trish. That's what made the women's division back in the day when they were both there. Those two. Why didn't we get that in the Royal Rumble? Lita eliminated Mandy Rose. Thank God we didn't see Eva Marie, by the way. That's all we fucking needed. It's going to happen one of these years. Being that this is going to be a regular thing now. We're going to see Eva Marie one of these years, believe me. Lita eliminated Tamina. Becky Lynch eliminated Lita. I don't know why Lita went out so early. She looked great. You know, the one thing about this women's Royal Rumble is the old schoolers. They look better than all the current women on the roster. It's like they got outshined by the old school women. Michelle McCool had a better performance than half the fucking roster in this Royal Rumble. Lita looked great. Trish looked great. Yeah, I'm supposed to care about the current women on Raw and SmackDown, right? Dana Brooke eliminated Kairi Sane. At this point, I just wanted to fucking hang myself. I couldn't believe what I seen. Real smart decision there by WWE. Said nobody ever. Why would you give Dana Brooke an elimination, let alone Kairi Sane? Are you fucking kidding me? I guess they wanted to give her a nice little perk, being that she's doing so swell. Inventory is fucking perfect in Titus Catering, I guess. I don't know. Tori Wilson eliminated Dana Brooke. DeVille eliminated Tori Wilson. Molly Holly eliminated Sarah Logan. Molly Holly came off the top rope with a seated senton off the top. She flipped midair, seated senton onto Sasha Banks. Looked fantastic. Michelle McCool had 4 eliminations in a row here, man. McCool eliminated DeVille, Morgan, Molly Holly, and Lana. So Michelle McCool had most of the eliminations. She tied Nia Jax with eliminations here in the Royal Rumble. Vicky Guerrero came down and started to yell, "Excuse me." And it made everybody's ears bleed. It was terrible. That's the best you can come up with in the Royal Rumble? Vicky Guerrero? She came down screaming in the microphone. She was eliminated by 4 women. I don't know who was in the ring at the time. I don't remember, but she was eliminated because they all dumped her out over the top. Good riddance. Guerrero then was met with Carmella in the aisleway. Carmella was the next entrant. Vicky Guerrero took the Money in the Bank briefcase out of her hand and nailed Carmella with the briefcase. Natalya then eliminated Michelle McCool. They hugged and embraced, old friends, once again reunited. Natalya doesn't give a shit, slapped McCool across the face, and then dumped McCool over the top rope. Ruby Riott eliminated Becky Lynch. I was very shocked to see Becky Lynch go out so early, man. I thought she was going to last just a little bit longer. I thought Becky Lynch was going to be in the Final Four, to be honest with you. But WWE had to push. Super Cena's girlfriend. We'll talk about that in a second. So Ruby Riott eliminated Becky Lynch. Nia Jax came in and eliminated Jacqueline, Kelly, Ruby Riott, and Naomi. WWE tried to do the Kofi Kingston stuff with Naomi, and it just failed. People were like, "Oh, JD, that was lit as fuck. That looked great, JD." No, it didn't. No, it didn't. What is so great about it? We've seen literally everything possible from Kofi Kingston, so I'm supposed to be impressed by Naomi when she does the same fucking thing? Come on, man. You people have low standards. She's scaling the barricade, right? She lands on everybody who's on the outside. Apparently women were just rolling out underneath the bottom rope halfway through this match because they couldn't last the fucking full hour that is the Royal Rumble. If you can't last, maybe we shouldn't be doing women's Royal Rumbles. Women were rolling out of the Royal Rumble at this point. I didn't know who was eliminated or who was in. No, but I'm supposed to sit here and not complain, though, right? I'm supposed to overlook these deficiencies in the Royal Rumble. Fuck out of here. Naomi is tossed off the apron. Everybody that rolled out, or that was eliminated by Nia Jax, they caught Naomi. They threw her onto the barricade. Naomi started to scale the barricade and walk the barricade. She landed on a chair that was being occupied by Maria Menounos. She takes the chair and she starts crab walking with her feet on the chair to the steel steps. She gets on the steel steps, gets back into the ring, and she was eventually eliminated by Nia Jax. So all that work to get back into the match to be eliminated by Nia Jax. Asuka eliminated Ember Moon. That was my favorite interaction of the entire thing. Ember Moon hit the Eclipse on Asuka again, only to be eliminated. Her arm was bothering her from the attack of Shayna Baszler the night before. Bella eliminated Carmella. Stratus eliminated Mickie James. Nice little interaction between those two. Mickie got a nice stiff shot on Trish Stratus. But Mickie went up to the top rope, and Trish Stratus with the swift kick right to the face. Knocked James off the top rope. Jax eliminated by several women. You know, of course, she's the biggest woman in the match, so it's got to take more than one woman to get her out. Sasha Banks showed us the real Sasha Banks in this match. She eliminated Bayley, and she started talking shit about Bayley. You know, she was doing that ratchet shit. She was getting all fucking hood and gangster on her. It was great. It was great. And this was my second favorite thing in this Women's Royal Rumble. Bayley was eliminated, and Sasha Banks was talking shit. Corey Graves was like, I knew Sasha Banks was going to betray her best friend. I seen it coming. I've been telling you guys for months and months and months Sasha Banks was going to do this. Sasha Banks is talking shit to Bayley on the outside. She starts backing up, and she bumps into Asuka. Asuka is there. She's like, you know, sitting there. And then they go at it. Sasha Banks, Nikki Bella, and Brie Bella all start attacking Asuka. And Sasha Banks is like, nobody's ready for Asuka. I'm ready for Asuka, bitch. Starts yelling at Asuka's face. Fucking great, man. This is the Sasha Banks I want to see. This is the Sasha Banks we've been waiting to see for fucking years now. You know? So Banks eliminated Bayley. Stratus eliminated Natalya. Banks eliminated Trish Stratus. They had a nice little interaction. Bella Twins eliminated Banks. She went up for those knees that she does on the rope with her opponent on the middle turnbuckle. She went up. Nikki and Brie Bella caught her in midair, threw her over the top rope. Bella Twins eliminated Banks. Nikki Bella eliminated Brie Bella. Turned on her own sister. And then Asuka eliminated Nikki Bella. They fought on the ring apron. They tried to make an anticlimactic. It really wasn't. Asuka eliminated Nikki Bella to win the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. At the end of the Women's Royal Rumble, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss were sitting by ringside the entire match. They were sitting by ringside the entire match. And they get into the ring. You got Charlotte, you got Alexa, and in the middle you got Asuka. Asuka's pointing to the WrestleMania logo. Asuka did not choose an opponent for WrestleMania just yet. Ronda Rousey's music hits. Crowd goes crazy. Ronda comes out. She looks fucking ridiculous. She had a leather jacket on that was like 4 sizes too big. She's got a t-shirt in the likeness of Roddy Piper, right? And we got Ronda coming to the ring. Rowdy Ronda, right? She comes to the ring and she starts high-fiving the crowd. She gets into the ring. She points at the WrestleMania logo. At this point, I'm like, what the fuck are you pointing at? You didn't do anything here. It's great to see you. She gets in the ring. She points at the WrestleMania logo. She goes to shake Asuka's hand. Asuka says, fuck you, bitch. She don't want nothing to do with Ronda Rousey. She's looking at Charlotte. She looks at Alexa Bliss. She points at the logo again. She exits the ring. She goes over to Stephanie McMahon. She goes to shake Stephanie McMahon's hand. Stephanie, I thought was going to slap the fucking shit out of her. Stephanie reluctantly shakes her hand, then Ronda walks off smiling, and then the pay-per-view goes off the air. Why do you give Asuka this moment? First ever Women's Royal Rumble. Asuka, right? Wins the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. Why are you going to have Ronda Rousey come out and ruin and steal Asuka's thunder? Does anybody agree with that booking decision? You couldn't save this for Monday Night Raw tomorrow? You needed Ronda to show up at the Royal Rumble. You couldn't save that for Monday Night Raw? Why are you going to take this first time ever moment from Asuka like that? It's like Asuka won the Royal Rumble. She lasted all this time in the Royal Rumble. She won the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. She's going to have Ronda Rousey come out, who did absolutely nothing, and point to the WrestleMania logo? I thought this was the big deal for Royal Rumble. Everybody points to the WrestleMania logo, right? Ronda didn't do shit. And she's pointing at the WrestleMania logo. So this is what we do now. We bring in people from other sports. We bring in people from other promotions just based on their career somewhere else. And then they come on into WWE and they're gifted WrestleMania moments. They're gifted world title matches. So you mean to tell me I can walk into WWE and get a shot at AJ Styles for the WWE title? No difference. Ronda didn't do shit. Why is she getting a match at WrestleMania for any title? Or why are you even teasing a match with Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania for any title? It's ridiculous. I don't like that. I'm very old school. No matter how predictable it was, Asuka was always going to win the Royal Rumble. She was always the right woman to win this Royal Rumble. But that Ronda Rousey take that thunder away from Asuka? Then I got people telling me, well, Asuka was already built up. What difference does it make? She was already made. All I've heard all night, first time ever. You're going to have your biggest woman on the roster win the first time ever Women's Royal Rumble, then you're going to have someone else take that moment away from her? How is that even right? Listen to yourselves. That's not how I book it. If legitimately I'm in the ring and I'm in Asuka's shoes, I'm like, get this bitch out of here. This is my fucking time. Who the fuck are you? You're wearing a copyright infringed t-shirt with a leather jacket 6 sizes too big. You flew in from Colombia. I don't give a fuck how much jet lag you have. Get the fuck out of my sight. That's a terrible fucking decision right there, man. If I'm Asuka, I'm pissed. WWE dropped the ball on that one. What do we do with Asuka? What would JD do at WrestleMania? If I'm WWE, I ain't doing Alexa Bliss versus Asuka at WrestleMania. Who the fuck would want to see that? That don't speak WrestleMania moment to me. You do what I already predicted they should do. You have it written right in front of you. The winner of this Royal Rumble gets to challenge for any title that they want. Asuka's a Monday Night Raw superstar. She has the opportunity to challenge for the SmackDown title. The biggest match, I've stated this going back to last year. The biggest match that you can do for the women at WrestleMania does not include Ronda Rousey. The biggest match that you do is Asuka versus Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And at that point, WWE more than likely is going to do a fucking switch up or a draft or a fucking shake up, whatever. Asuka can move to SmackDown, you'll move someone else over to Monday Night Raw to replace Asuka. You want WrestleMania to be the very best that it could be, you book Asuka versus Charlotte at WrestleMania. Because the rules say that she could. The rules are right there for Asuka to challenge Charlotte at WrestleMania. If you don't capitalize on that and you give me Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte just for the sake of it being Ronda Rousey and a fucking headline on ESPN, you're doing wrong, not by the company, but by WrestleMania as well. You could put Ronda Rousey in the ring against a fucking teddy bear at WrestleMania and it'll make headlines. Don't fuck that up. Don't fuck that up. I would have Ronda Rousey actually be the special guest referee for that match, build her up over the summer, and have her challenge the winner of that match at SummerSlam. What a concept. Patience. I'm not going to gift Ronda Rousey a title match against Charlotte at WrestleMania. Who wants to see that? Does Charlotte have MMA experience? Asuka is the much better fit for Ronda Rousey when the time is right. Why not give us both this year? Why not give us both? What a coup in the feather, what a feather in the cap it would be for Asuka to beat Charlotte at WrestleMania and then fight Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam and beat Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam? Keep that undefeated streak going, man. That's what they need to do. Alexa Bliss, I don't really give a shit. She is not even close to being the flavor of the month anymore. She's stale. Don't give a shit what they do with her. Women's Royal Rumble, as expected, it was decent. A few moments that really made me say, yeah, this is decent. Other than that, you know, it is what it is, man. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it was bad because it was not. But things I didn't like. The Rousey situation, the legends absolutely outshined all the current day stars. Sasha Banks teased going ratchet again and full-fledged heel, which I loved. Love the interaction between Ember Moon and Asuka. Some decent shit in there, man. But overall, really nothing that was overly special at all to warrant all the first-time moments that we got from Stephanie McMahon on commentary. We had AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. This was a 2-on-1 handicap match. This match ended with AJ Styles winning because of a fuck finish. Sami Zayn and AJ Styles were in the middle of the ring. And if you guys seen any of the interaction between AJ and Kevin Owens or AJ and Sami Zayn, this was the same shit. It's just a handicap match. We've seen these guys interact with each other all month on SmackDown Live. We've seen AJ versus Owens, AJ versus Zayn. Nothing new, nothing new here, nothing out of the ordinary. So we had AJ Styles and Sami Zayn in the ring. AJ had Sami Zayn on his shoulders, and fingertips away, Sami Zayn was there to make the tag. They had a beautiful camera shot of Sami Zayn missing and swiping a tag. He missed the tag on Kevin Owens. So AJ Styles takes Sami Zayn away from Owens, throws him over the top rope. Kevin Owens comes into the ring behind the referee's back. Referee thought that Sami Zayn had made the tag, but Kevin Owens was pinned. Owens hits a super kick. AJ counters the pop-up powerbomb, rolls up Owens for the victory. Referee counts the 3 count on Kevin Owens. AJ pins Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens was not the legal man. Sami Zayn never made the tag. Kevin Owens came in. The referee thought he made the tag. Referee counted Owens' shoulders down. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles wins and retains the WWE Championship. Owens and Zayn got screwed. They lobbied to Shane McMahon. Did you see it? Did you see it? Don't have another referee fuck me over, etc., etc. Shane McMahon says, did I see it? Yep. And he walked away. They ain't going to help Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at all. We'll see what happens, man. I don't know where we go from here. I did hear that Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn has been pitched for WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan did not sign a contract with the WWE. Daniel Bryan says, you either use me or lose me. Vince McMahon says that they would clear Daniel Bryan for WrestleMania 34, but only for WrestleMania and only in a tag team match with Shane McMahon against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. He turned it down. I don't know what they do with Daniel Bryan. I don't know what they do with this entire storyline. We'll see what happens. But AJ Styles retains the title. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura is our first official match signed for WrestleMania 34. 2 out of 3 falls match for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship. Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable versus the Usos. After this match, the Usos are going on to WrestleMania and defending the Tag Team Championships, I hope, because they are the very best at what they do in this division. Benjamin and Gable are done. I don't know what's going to happen with these guys. They've gotten way too many opportunities, and tonight, more than likely, is their last. They did not even win one fall in this match. I expected this to be a all-out brawl. 3 falls I thought this was going to go to. Benjamin and Gable did not even win one fall. They did not even win one fall. Gable got super kicked into oblivion to lose the first fall. At the end of the second fall, Benjamin and Gable are going wild. They're double teaming the Usos. Jimmy's on the floor. They take him out with a big move. They return to the ring. Gable goes after Jay. Referee makes sure that everything's all right. Jay is telling him to bring it. Gable nails an overhead kick. Shelton tags in, gets rolled up. And Gable was being in position on the top rope for a double team move, but Jay rolled up Benjamin for the victory here, and that was it. That was it. So they were getting ready to do a double team move. Gable was off the top rope way too far. It was literally on the opposite end of the ring. It was in the Usos' corner. Gable was up to the top rope. He couldn't even jump far enough to break up the tag. But as the referee's hand came down, Gable tried to leap onto Jay and Benjamin to break up the tag. Could not. Jay and Jimmy Uso, the Usos, win 2 falls in a row to retain the tag team championships. They are done with Benjamin and Gable. I don't know what this means for Benjamin and Gable. I would not be surprised if WWE sends Gable and Benjamin on their own after this, because there's nothing else for them to do. How many more opportunities these guys are going to get? This is the end-all be-all here. They got fucked on SmackDown Live due to a fuck finish with a referee, and now they got a 2 out of 3 falls match that was instituted by Daniel Bryan, and they lost this. How many more opportunities are they going to get? I would not be surprised if Benjamin and Gable go on their separate ways or they break up. We'll see what happens on SmackDown Live, but the Usos, more than likely, crossing my fingers, are going to fight the team of Rusev and Aiden English at WrestleMania, and Rusev Day will be crowned the new tag team champions. We'll see what happens. We had the triple threat match for the Universal Championship. Kane, Braun Strowman, and Brock Lesnar. This was fucking terrible. Absolutely fucking terrible. This match was better off the card. Off the card. This did nothing for me. I expected an all-out war. This felt so forced. So forced. Brock Lesnar defeated everybody here. F5 to Kane on top of a steel chair. I mean, we had steel chair shots. We had Braun Strowman put Lesnar through a table. We had Braun Strowman put Lesnar, I think Lesnar threw Braun Strowman through the announce table. We had Braun Strowman have a table dumped on top of him. Lesnar did the same thing to Strowman that Strowman did to Lesnar at SummerSlam. So Lesnar put Strowman through the announce table on the outside with an F5, and then he takes the other announce table adjacent to it and dumps the announce table on top of him. Strowman did the same thing at SummerSlam. And then Kane gets F5 through another announce table, so all announce tables by ringside were just completely destroyed. So WWE not only gave us a Universal Championship match that we did not care about, but they rehashed shit that we've seen in previous Brock Lesnar matches in this match at the Royal Rumble. This was garbage. This actually made the Universal title look worse than it already does. Brock Lesnar retains. This title needs to be taken off Brock Lesnar. I feel like the Universal Championship is now suffering in the hands of Brock Lesnar. The biggest match that Lesnar had all year was the match against AJ Styles. That was the best match that Lesnar did all year. WWE touting that he's held the Universal Championship for over 300 days. Who cares? We all know where it's going. It's not doing any better in the hands of Lesnar with matches like this. You know? Strowman looked decent here. We all knew Kane was going to take the pinfall. Braun Strowman looked strong. In the end, Lesnar wins with an F5 to Kane on top of the steel chair. And can someone please teach Kane how to take an F5? He looks terrible taking those F5s. Absolutely fucking garbage. Completely garbage. Don't even want to talk about it. So bad. So bad. Raw Tag Team titles, The Bar versus Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan. You'd be surprised there was a crowd in the arena. You could hear the fucking old lady fart in the 87th row. That's how fucking silent this crowd was. Why? Because WWE fucked up the entire match order. Instead of putting the women on first, they put the women on last. And they put the men on third. The men's Royal Rumble started at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. The men's Royal Rumble should have went on last. The women's Royal Rumble should have went on first. And everything else should have been sandwiched in between. It's all about keeping the crowd emotionally invested at a decent level. You can't take the crowd up here and then bring them down here. You're never going to expect them to go back up here. They were emotionally drained from that Royal Rumble. How could they not be? So when Sheamus and Cesaro fought for the tag team championships against Rollins and Jordan, they wrestled in front of nobody. They wrestled in front of zombies. This match was better off not even happening. I would have cut this match off the show completely and saved it for Raw. This was absolutely terrible. This was a handicap match. It was Rollins versus Sheamus and Cesaro. Jason Jordan got injured. They played up the fact that Jason Jordan was injured on the outside. Most of the time he was gone. Jordan tried to get back into the match. He tagged himself in after Rollins was getting his ass kicked. He looked dizzy. He looked like he was fucking drunk walking out of the bar at 4 o'clock in the morning. After 20 vodka tonics. Jordan comes in. He's looking all dazed. He tries to fight. He realizes he can't. Tags in Seth Rollins. Rollins climbs up, nails a frog splash. Both opponents at the same time. Rollins rolls over, clutches his left knee. Jordan, like I said, makes his way back to the apron. Jordan tags in. He was too dizzy. Tags back out. Rollins is like, what the fuck? Right? So he turns his attention to Jordan saying, what the fuck are you doing? I can't go anymore. You need to get in there. Cesaro brings Rollins back in. More double team. Rollins fights them both off. Sheamus tags in, hits a bro kick on Rollins because he's still concerned about Jason Jordan. Cesaro tags in for an assisted white noise off the top. Cesaro covers Rollins, wins the tag team championships for he and Cesaro in the most uninteresting tag team title match I think I've seen in years. This is all leading to Jason Jordan versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. I think Jordan is legitimately hurt. Even Corey Graves said he was exhausted by this point. Well, WWE put the men's Royal Rumble on fucking third at 8 o'clock. Maybe next year they'll get it right. The women have to open the show. The men have to close the show. Give me a fucking break, man. Everybody knows that the match order on this show was completely abysmal. And that's your Royal Rumble. That's your Royal Rumble. Those are my thoughts on the Royal Rumble. Overall, it was a decent show. The men's Royal Rumble match delivered. More so than we've seen in recent Royal Rumbles. The overall match order of this show was fucking terrible. WWE really fucked up. They started off good with AJ Styles and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. They started off good with the tag team titles and then putting the men's Royal Rumble match third. Oh, man, you can't put something like that there that's going to take the crowd to an emotional high and then expect them, to remain there for the entire show. Even with Lesnar coming out, they didn't fucking reach that. They didn't even get close to that. Even with the women's Royal Rumble, they didn't even get close to that. It was half of what the men's Royal Rumble was. The women's Royal Rumble should have opened. The men's Royal Rumble should have closed. I'm right and you're wrong based on that aspect alone. Believe me. Believe me. People want to say this and that and you're sexist and you hate women. Shove this up your ass. Fucking retards. Go watch that show and listen to that crowd during the men's Royal Rumble and then listen to the crowd during the tag team title match. And tell me if you think that's normal. It's not. It's not. It's like there wasn't even a fucking crowd in that Wells Fargo arena. Other than that, the Royal Rumble was a decent show. And we head to Monday Night Raw tomorrow. And on to the Elimination Chamber, where I am sure Roman Reigns will have his moment in the sun. As if he hasn't had them already. Enough. Probably going to win the Elimination Chamber and fight Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. We all know what's coming. But we got Nakamura and AJ Styles at WrestleMania. So kudos to WWE for finally giving us what we want and giving us a legit main event at WrestleMania. And I'm legit getting the fuck out of here, man. Thank you guys so much. I am JD. Hit that thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit the subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for notifications. And make sure you support Harry's. Best shave of your life, man. Harrys.com/script. Free shave set. Almost a $15 value. You're going to get a razor handle, razor blade protective case, and some shave gel. All you guys got to do is pay shipping and handling. It's delivered within 2 or 3 days. Great way to support the show. And you guys are going to get something for free just for listening to the Rumble review tonight. I'm JD. I'll see you guys for Monday Night Raw. Have a good night. Let me know what you thought of the Royal Rumble down below. Hit that thumbs up. Let's all get to 88,000 subscribers, man. We just hit 87, on our way to 88, which will leave us 12,000 away from that silver play button, man. Thank you guys so much. Let me know what you think of the Rumble down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Monday Night Raw. Talk to you later.